Welcome to a super exciting edition of Expert Yogurt Review. I'm your host, Nick Arnott. And today we have a switch up. We're gonna do things a little different here on the episode, and I'm excited about it. And it's gonna be fun. We're gonna do a couple things, 4 things to be exact. Today we're gonna be having yogurt that we've had on the show before. Nothing new. We're gonna be having Siggy's. This is an Icelandic skyr. Delicious. We've had it. You can check out the review. And so we have vanilla and we also have plain. And the reason we have both of those is because we are actually going to be trying them with a granola. And I know you guys are thinking, oh, Nick, you just went to the store and you bought a generic granola and you're excited about. That's not worth your time. That's not worth anybody's time. And you'd be right. So today we have a Kraft granola from Humbleberry Home. This is the first time I'm going to be having it, and we're going to do it on camera now. So I've got this kind of like your classic granola, right? You can see it looks just like granola, right? And then you also have this, which is like a granulized version of it. So it's like a powder version of granola. I'm told this is great for ice cream toppings, things like that. We're going to try both. Now, as I look at this, I'm seeing some cool components that I feel like I don't see typically in a granola. It's got everything you'd want, but really quality, really well mixed. This is the team that makes this. This has been like a family recipe for like 100 years or something. So really excited to dive in and try it. Yeah, I don't really have huge expectations in terms of what I think it's going to be like, which I think is a good way to go into a review because you can give it that honest approach. And we're just going to dive in and see what we get. So we're going to open it up. As I open it up, there is a little self-sealing component to this. I can feel. It smells good. It smells really good. I can see some like those oat clusters and things like that. Now I'm gonna pour this right on top of this, and then we'll try the other one in a separate bowl. Now I wanted to do 2 things too, because I wanted to get kind of like the raw flavor. So there we go. Granola on top. That just looks healthy. It looks, if you like granola, you're gonna like this. So let's dive in. I got a little bit on my spoon here. Now I got vanilla yogurt and I got plain because I wanted to kind of really compare and contrast the different flavors and components. So right now I'm trying it with vanilla, and we'll see what we get from it. Nice crunch. Flavor absolutely on point. It feels very even in terms of all the different components. In terms of the crunch factor. Sometimes I don't like when I have something soft and also there's something hard in it. Or even vice versa. And this is good. It tastes, there's a sweetness to it, but it doesn't taste like it's sweetened, if you catch my drift. Like, I say that in a good way. My guess is that the binding agent is a honey of sorts or something like that. Really tasty. On that bite, I got a little bit of saltiness too. Not overly salty by any means, but it was a nice welcomed warmth. delicious. Enjoyable. Definitely check these guys out. It's a family-run business that's doing it right, and all the components really nicely compiled, cooked. Consider me impressed. Now we're going to try the granulized. There's probably a name for it, for what this product is. But I'm actually looking forward to this because I love the flavor of this granola. So to have something that's like a powder that you can just sprinkle on anything, that's got me intrigued. I've never had anything like this. So we have a bowl to play around with this in. We're gonna get some of our vanilla yogurt. Put it into said bowl. I'm actually really looking forward to this. So, see, we've got the bowl with the gurt. Open up this one. Kind of looks like brown sugar in there, crumbled together. Smells really good. Reminds me of a graham cracker. I have a feeling I'm gonna really enjoy this, especially because like sometimes I don't want as much crunch in my parfait. Look at that. How interesting. It's a granola topping, right? We're used to thinking about toppings for your yogurt and things like that. It's the unhealthier part of the yogurt experience. Now you can replace it with this. So you have it like that. Let's try it. That is fun. That was unique. Good flavor. Has those granola elements, but the mouthfeel completely different. Almost reminds me of those pudding mud pie things where they put the Oreo crumble on top of chocolate pudding. So it's the almost similar experience from a feeling perspective. It gives the yogurt some texture, and it's honestly very welcomed. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying that a lot. Now, I think the flavor profile between the two is pretty similar. I think the fact that this is crushed down gives it a little bit different of experience. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try a plain yogurt. We're going to remove the vanilla factor and just see like the base notes of everything we're trying. That way we can say, okay, is the sweetness coming from the yogurt and the vanilla? Is it more coming from the granola? And we'll just figure it out. Siggy's plain whole milk yogurt. You know what's interesting is they're both Siggies, right? They're both from Iceland. But this one is saying that it's yogurt instead of skyr. I don't know if there's a difference. But one of the cool things about Siggies, why we like having them on the show, is all natural, no high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no sucralose, no stevia, no gelatin, no artificial colorings, no preservatives. The ingredients are cultured pasteurized whole milk and pasteurized cream. You have the live active cultures, obviously, to make it yogurt, which they list off, and that is it. That is the ingredients, and that, to me, is amazing in the food culture of today. You don't see that as much. The texture is almost that of a ricotta cheese. Unlike a Greek yogurt, it's got very little smell to it. Greek yogurt almost kind of reminds me of like sour cream a lot of the time, and it's not as strong. Let's just try it by itself. It does have that kind of sour cream taste. It's very well rounded and quite delicious. So, I know I said we're going to do four different versions of this. We're just actually going to do it with the micronized version, just because I think from a flavor perspective, we're going to get the same kind of thing. Okay. You can tell it's a very subtle kind of granola. They're not over enhancing it with sugar and things like that, which is, it feels good. It feels like right now this combo that I have is essentially milk and the granola components. I actually feel like I'm having a pretty clean experience here, depending on how you do with milk. That is fun. All right, down for the review. Time for the review. Really, on the yogurt, I've done Siggi's before. They are a top tier yogurt, in my opinion. Creamy, delicious. They always hit the mark. And you guys already know what I feel on that. For the granola, I was going to give it a high score because it's delicious. It feels natural. It's the right blend of everything. But there's something I also admire. I admire the approach to an industry that you don't see a lot of craft elements in. I appreciate them for being forerunners in that. And I love that it's an old family recipe. That is awesome. So I was on the granola alone compared to other granolas. I was going to give it an 8 or 9. Because I absolutely stand for what they stand for, which is clean ingredients, small business of entrepreneurs putting together something with love and legacy. We're going 10 out of 10 on this. There's no easy way around it. There's no way to beat around that bush. Humbleberry Home has made me a fan today. Yeah. I'll put a link to where you can get it in the description, because honestly, you don't want to sleep on this. As they say, the teens would say that is bussing. So there you have it.